So COE might be over, but one thing will never end. Lazer updates. I spoke with Peppy, the lead developer of OS.
Hello, Fishy.
To walk through Lazer's new features, starting with some of the world's tiniest gameplay adjustments. Lazer's last updates, modified slider animations, and the trend continues in this build, showcasing this change in the new skin, and this in legacy skins.
I think this is one of the last few pieces of the puzzle where lazer didn't match stable in behavior, and it might be one of the things that people are getting put off by. A lot of people come to lazer and are just like, it feels different, and we're like, well, tell us how. No one can really explain it in words. So
then over in Osmania, the bar line has been completely redesigned.
this was in response to a user complaining that the bar lines were just too accented, the yellow color, and like it was completely opaque. The design I implemented there is part of Flight's new designs. I thought it was worthwhile getting this in sooner rather than later.
Finally, in Taiko, we received a fix that sets default hit sounds to actual drum sounds rather than Lazer's defaults. And a fix was submitted to enable more Taiko input precision. I was talking to a Taiko player at COE about this actually, so I managed to witness firsthand how problematic this was.
Oops. The gist of it is that we weren't processing input on Android as well as we could have been. So the dequeuing is more stable. It should result in smoother input, especially when the device is under high load.
Speaking of COE, the event included a 1v1 tournament held on Lazer, which revealed some problems with multiplayer spectating.
One more to get to match point, and there it is.
I told them that they should try running it on lazer like a few months ago and to do like a test run, and I'd fix up anything that they found before the event, and they decided in the end to use lazer like a day before the actual tournament. So it was a bit hectic, but yeah, I sent them a hotfix with this applied because the results wasn't showing during the event, and that was kind of weird.
Okay, there's a bunch of tiny updates I want to highlight now, so we're just going to shotgun through all of them. Editing a map will show this local icon, indicating that it isn't synced with the online version of the map. If you disconnect, you'll see this little warning symbol right here. In some weird circumstances, the FPS counter on Android would go crazy, then slowly descend. The Wiggle mod has wiggle strength customization.
Yes, it's very wiggly. I never tried that, I just watched your video and it's like, holy crap.
The mod presets we talked about last update have been implemented much earlier than expected. This is only when you're playing solo at the moment because, as Peppy says, multiplayer is somewhat complicated.
Well, I will say that Spaceman Atlas has done an amazing job on this feature. Adding support in multiplayer is a bit more involved because there's two different types of mods. So like there's free mods and then there's mandatory mods. Presets need a bit more consideration there, which is why it's only been implemented in solo play for now. But I think eventually we will see that coming into multiplayer too.
This next change is rather technical, so I'm gonna just keep it really simple. So Lazer stores a bunch of hit objects in the background and fetches them whenever they need to be used. In some cases though, like in a Spire map with a repeat slider that goes back and forth, say, 1,000 times, Lazer would stutter because the storage pool was too small. This update basically makes the pool bigger and scans a map beforehand, so there shouldn't be those kinds of stutters. I've noticed a lot of people complaining about how Lazer runs worse on their system than stable. If you're one of these names, please donate your organs to Smoogie Poo.
I feel like Smoogie should be explaining it because he's put a lot of work into this, but basically we're looking to have the game support more renderers. It's just going to help with performance. It's going to fix a lot of weird edge cases, older hardware support, better alt tabbing support, and it's also for people that are using compatibility mode in stable. I think it's going to be a good thing for all users.
If you struggle to run Lazer, these changes and many more are working towards making your life easier. Anyway, read the full changelog for even more details on this build's features, and look forward to the next Lazer update in about a week or two. And also look forward to my presentation from COE.
Ryusei Aika, please.
Have you considered to release your personal ASMR?